Okay, this is the final segment on the absolute value equation / inequalities. This is called the disjunction, which is also referred to as the or compound, where the inequalities are the greater than and the greater than equal to. So we are going to solve and graph like we've been doing. So here's our first example. So if you guys could get this into your composition book, we'll get started. Okay, so we are approaching this the same way we did the equations and the inequalities. We want to isolate the 2x plus 3 inside the bars. If there's anything outside of that on the left side, we're going to undo that. So in this case, we're going to subtract 1. Okay, now the next step is a little different than on the conjunctions because this is going to be an or compound, so we're literally just going to set up two inequalities separated with the word or. So I'm going to do 2x plus 3 is greater than 5, or 2x plus 3 is less than negative 5. So that's what we were doing with the conjunctions when we did the compound inequalities. You just sit and see it as clearly as you do here. But we have to flip the inequality from the original one and turn that to a negative. Okay, now we're going to solve for x. I'm just going to subtract 3 all the way across. And then divide everything by 2. So I've got my two solutions, greater than 1 or less than negative 4. So now on the number line graph, put my 0 here. Okay, so now I'm going to go to negative 4. Since this is just a less than, there's no equal to bar attached to it. It's going to be an open circle on negative 4. And then I'm going to go to 1. Same thing, there's no equal to bar attached, so it's going to be open. Now, this is also different from the graph of the conjunctions. Those were always shaded together. Well, if you read your answer, x greater than 1, this one's going to shade to the right. And this one reads x is less than negative 4, so this one's going to shade to the left. So they shade opposite. And I always remember it, or, the or compound, shades opposite. Got your O's. Okay, let's do another one. I'm just going to put it below it. Okay, so we've got a pretty simple one. There's nothing outside the bars on the left side, so I don't have to undo anything right away. I've got a greater than equal to. So I know this is an or compound. I'm going to go ahead and set up my two inequalities. So it's going to be x minus 2 is greater than equal to 3, or x minus 2 is less than equal to negative 3. And then I want to solve for x, so I'm going to add 2 all the way across. There's my answers. So on the number line, now these do have the equal to bars, equal to, so that means you're going to close your circle. So on 5, I'm going to color it in, close it. And on -1, I'm going to close it also. And once again, if you just read this, remember this is an OR, it's greater than equal to 5, so that would go out to the right. Or x is less than equal to -1, so that would go out to the left, less than. So they shade opposite. Or is opposite. And that concludes our lesson for today.